Greetings, it's Intuitive Jacob, your shaman and cosmic midwife, and I'm back to do your readings for the first half of October. And we're going to be taking a look at the cards here in a sec. But first, wanted to show you this. So we're going to be looking with some different decks today than I've used for most of you all. I think some of you all, if you're familiar with my channel, know about the Sibyllahs and the Tarot of Sexual Magic, but I also have the Shadowscapes deck today and two new decks that I just got. The Queen of the Moon Oracle cards, as well as the Black Moon Astrology cards. And so what we're going to be doing is looking at different parts of your life over this next fortnight. The first card is going to be for the physical material realm. The second card will be a look at the spiritual realm, so more like the emotional and mental energies. We'll be doing those two cards from the Shadowscapes deck, and the third card is going to be the romantic sector of your life using the Tarot of Sexual Magic. And then we'll be pulling an advice card from the Queen of the Moon Oracle deck there. And for any clarifiers that we need, might be pulling some cards with the Sibyllahs, not exactly sure yet. Depends on what we need at the time when we go through these cards. And might also be pulling some of the astrology cards. I pulled the astrology section, the 12 astrological zodiac signs from the Black Moon Astrology cards deck. So we'll see as we get through that part of the reading. I have already shuffled, and I'm just gonna air part of that now, and then we will get to the reading. So as you can see, we've shuffled and dealt. There were a couple of cards that popped out while I was shuffling and dealing for the air tribes, because I've actually shuffled for all three of the tribes. So we are going to be starting with Libra, since it is Libra season, and happy birthday to all my Libras. Then we will be moving on to Aquarius and then Gemini. But while I was shuffling these, we actually had two cards pop out from the Queen of the Moon Tarot, Queen of the Moon Oracle deck, and that's what these two are here that I've had underneath the quartz. And I'm just going to read these as somewhat of a bonus for you, because it did show up. It's something that is in common with all three of the air tribes. Oh, and I forgot to mention too, we have three different stones here as well. This is a piece of indigo gabbro. That's on my Libra cards. On my Aquarius cards, I have a piece of black tourmaline. And on the Gemini cards, I have a piece of labradorite. And then, like I said, this is a quartz crystal. All right, so let's see what the first card is. We were using these as advice, by the way. So let's see what we have in common. All right, air tribes. I love it. The first card that showed up is the number 5 card in this deck. It's known as Waxing Crescent 3. growth. So this is the growth card, and I'm hearing for some of you all, let me see if I can get that a little closer so you can see the art. I just got this deck and I absolutely love the art. It's very detailed, so I've got a good camera. We can get a nice and close here, but I'm hearing for some of you all, this is like a phase that you need to know is happening with support in your favor. And I'm hearing that whatever it is that you have been thinking about and considering, especially if it's like situations you've been vacillating about, do I do this or do I do that? Or, should I get started on that? Or just anything that's been pressing on you that you've been ruminating about, especially if it's been, I would say, the last 6 months, especially, but especially if there has been an emphatic recent, like 2 weeks, where it's just come back and you just can't get it out of your mind, because now is the time to stop delaying with whatever it is that you have been thinking about, because it's like the roots have already been planted, and some of you need to know that that's happened because of how your energy follows your intention and how things around will kind of come into being to support wherever your energy has been here. So it's like a certain collection has taken place, and this is the time where it's just going to come together. And so for some of you all, it's like how you have actually, in some cases, displaced yourself from whatever it was you were doing before. And I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like it's been a 5-year cycle, and that's what that 5 is here. It's like the past 5 years, and I think you might hear a fax machine in the office going off. Excuse that. We're getting a fax. But I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like literally, it's like regrowing yourself as a being. And I've heard that it takes about 7 Earth years to actually build a whole new body on a cellular level. And I'm hearing for some of you all, it's actually been quicker than that. And maybe that's what's happened in 5 years, simply because of how well your energy has been sewn into your intentions. And so it's like, now is the time to just know that you are supported, and that's what growth is for here. So let's see what the second card is showing up. Well, we've got fear showing up, and yeah, so let's speak to that. First, let's get to the art nice and good here. Can you see this? Oh yeah, that is a beautiful card. So I'm gonna say she here, know your own gender, is kind of lording over herself, is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that's you in some cases. And what I like about this, and this is a number 11 here, this is an 11, that's what it says right here at the top. 11 might be significant to some of you all. And I'm hearing for some of you all, this is like going to be significant not just over this next lunar cycle, because this reading could really go beyond time, but it's generally a lunar cycle, and the emphasis is on this fortnight. So the 2 strong, because I'm not going to call you weak, and where you can make significant changes that are going to be additionally influenced in your benefit because of the new moon energy here, and what it actually is, to recognize where maybe you were trapping yourself in some kind of fear closet here. This is how I'm hearing from the guides, fear closet. But it's like you've already emancipated yourself from it. It's like you've already grown past it. And in some cases, don't necessarily recognize that yet, but you've already broken free. And so some of y'all need to know, that's why that showed up here with growth. It's like you, in some cases, have not actually seen yourself as that tree that is, in the forest, and maybe in this other iteration as well, and how far you have actually grown, and like where the root might not have ever been. Now that you're in another place, it's like a whole new creation that it's almost like that other thing is unborn because you have a different root here, and so it takes you out of time. And that's a certain kind of unplugging from the matrix, if you ask me. So, all right, I'm gonna say that's just for all of my air tribes here, and I'm gonna go ahead and read these one at a time, and I'm gonna be whacking them up for individual videos later. Really appreciate you all for being here. And, you know, I've got to ask for it and say it. Just wanted to thank those of you who are here supporting my spirit work. It means an incredible amount to me that I have your love and support too. So I really appreciate those of you that come here and that, you know, subscribe to the channel. And thank you. If you enjoy the comment, hit me with a thumbs up. If you'd like your own reading, information's below and also up here. So we'll get started now on Libra. Hey, what's up, Libra? Just moving your cards here. I'm going to be reading you on the smaller board here. And moving some of these things out of the direct view. Make a little more room for us here. So, how you doing, Libra? It's a new year. It's your solar return. Happy birthday. Happy time to be art. Being the new ear thing that you are, that you thing that only you can be. How's that one doing? So, let's start with the first Shadowscapes card here. This card is the one that we're going to be looking at for your physical material realm over this next cycle. So, Libra, we've got the Hanged Man. And I'm going to just get up close here. This Shadowscapes deck has absolutely stunning art. And I'm hearing for some of you all, this is like, somebody catch me because I've fallen, is what I'm hearing. And it's like, where you, Libra, are so aware on a certain level of what it is that you've been creating, you know, because this is your solar return. This is getting a lot of feedback around that. It's like, hello, Earth to Libra, your energy is returned for you for balance and perfect. And then it's like, whatever it is that you were really releasing your faith for, because they're really showing me somebody just like put their faith on something, and it's literally like kind of how you clothed yourself in this thing. Whatever it is going to be specific to you that only you might know, because I'm hearing this might have just been something that it might even be a little bit elusive for some of you, because it's like so many different things that are part of you that, I mean, it's got a meaning, you're gonna know it, but at the same time it's like it's got more than that. It's like one of those more than words things where it's like it kind of loses its essence if you try to tell somebody, because it's like dumbing it down. It's just that big of a deal. This is your omnipresence is what I'm hearing, Libra. And it's like, catch me, because I'm gonna fall. And I just see this person here is like hanging out here in the tree, and he's, I'm gonna say he upside down. It looks like he's like kissing something here, like this little bud, and he's engrossed with it. But there's these sprites here, a woman in the tree here, and there's another one down here. And it's like, it's this thing that you have been creating. And some of you all, maybe you've been having some kind of secret plan that you've been working on. But for others, it's like, you know, it's something that you might have been doing openly too. And I'm just hearing it's like right at the moment where you don't want to spoil it, is what I'm hearing. It's like you're kind of being a pleasure delayer, is what I'm hearing. It's like almost like stringing yourself along through the next part where it's like, okay, I know what I did, and it's just that sweet thing right before you go in for the smell or the taste, is what I'm hearing. And so I'm getting like a really awesome sort of visceral feeling all over my body with this. And it's like not wanting to spoil it and just having the satisfaction of where Venus is right now, right there with your sun. And it's like all of the stuff that only a Libra, and maybe some Taurians too, because, you know, that's their ruling planet as well, are going to have on a sensory level. But I'm hearing some of you all might just want to be like marinating in something right now. And I'm hearing for some of you all too, if you're feeling a little bit hung up on some decisions, you're going to know certain decisions you've waited ample amount of time. I don't want to say too long, but for some of you all, you're going to know if it's been too long. And I'm hearing for some things, maybe you're like waiting like that too long just because it's like how that pleasure delay thing works and how you kind of build something up. And I'm just getting like a romantic kind of flirtatious vibe with it, put it that way, for most of you. I'm loving it. So, I'm hearing for some of you all too, this is like, you might have had somebody that's been a little bit cryptic with you, but it's like they're like in your periphery. It's like they're around you. It's like you feel them around you. And I don't know, maybe you've had somebody like, I kind of want to say like watching you. I don't want to say like lurking. Maybe some of you might have had somebody lurking. But I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like, it's just having like a swarm or flutter of things around you. And for some of you all, it might just be options. It's like, if you're looking to date, I'm seeing options here. Okay, let's see what's going on in the spiritual sector with another Shadowscapes card here. All right, the moon. Oh, here we go. And I heard Pisces for some of y'all. Sometimes this is a Pisces for me. Sometimes it's, I mean, it could be any water sign, really. It could be anybody, TBH, but I'm hearing like Pisces and Scorpio with specificity for some of you all. Let me get closer here. And I'm hearing like magic mushrooms for somebody. It's like some of you all are definitely experimenting with things, especially if you're in the red state right now. Let me see if I get this thing to zoom in so you can see. There we go. Yeah, I want you to be able to see her. That's gorgeous. So here's the thing about this. So the moon is sort of elusive energy. A lot of times it's like the stuff that happens in the dark. You might not see it so well. So I'm trying to get up close here so you can see there's a lot going on in this card. There's like secret worlds, there's like secret people like blending in there with these like mushroom people, and in the light there, little pixie sprites, and she's holding this mask, and it's like, I'm hearing it's just, this is very romantic vibe, by the way, for a lot of you. In traditional decks, a lot of times the moon can be like secrets and lies and things that are obfuscated, and I'm not going to say that couldn't be the case with this here too, but I'm not getting that vibe here. What I'm really getting for a lot of you is it's like you're in a really good way to be connecting to anything that you've been wanting to know about, especially if it's like secret hidden knowledge that you haven't had given to you before. I mean, whether or not you're an occultist or into Gnostic things or metaphysical sciences or religious spiritual studies, it's like the time where answers like that are going to be just like right here for you. And I keep hearing it's like you're getting the downloads. It's like your omnipresence. I keep hearing it's like your omnipresence. I keep seeing the moon like just like landing on her head here, because that's what it looks like. It's like coming into her head there, like through her hair. And she's holding up this mask, and there's like this little sprite there. And it's almost like she's speaking to her love. And she's like declaring something with her hand. and whatever it is that she's about to imbibe, because I'm hearing she's going to drink it. And it's like this little voice is calling to her, and you can hear it, and here it's like he's on the other side, and it's like he's kissing this little sprite here. She's tiny. I'm hearing for some of you all, this is like, you might have a long distance relationship, some of you all that you're dealing with, or I'm hearing coming out of feeling like at a distance with a partner. In some cases, it might just be like, for some of you all, this is like distance with a partner who's just like not there, and it's like, am I fooling myself? This might be the questions, but I'm hearing for some of you all, it's something different than that. It's like some kind of spiritual thing you're doing. Some of you all might have been practicing different meditations to get in touch with like a 5D partner or a partner from the angelic Elohim realm. And so it's like getting an I am through that hole. And if you spell Elohim backwards, it's like, I'm whole. I am whole. What? So maybe like the sound that went through the tower of not babbling, and you hear it and feel it, and it's coming through a magic wardrobe like this special forest here. It's a little bit like Narnia. What might be inside of something that was unfolding in a way that we didn't know could actually happen. And some of the magical things that a Libra will know about really getting into their body, and also having a lot of that sort of more like telepathic radio frequency energy that some of y'all just naturally have. It just kind of naturally kind of gravitates to you, being an air tribe. So big things too, because these are both major arcana here right now, Libra. And so I'm hearing for some of you all too, it's like between now and the end of the new year, the end of the year, it's going to be a time where you're kind of manifesting yourself on the other side of wherever you might have felt you were lost this time last year. Because I'm hearing for some of you all, this is like, and that might be why you've been like pleasure delaying on some of this, because I'm hearing for some of you all, it's just like the life review of the past 12 months and like realizing, wow, how I really did that. And it's like, for some of you all, there's a subtlety there because you've been really, I'm hearing humble about whatever it is that you've been working on, especially if it's like a secret plan. And then for some of you all, it's like, you know, a special way to kind of deface yourself is what I'm hearing. And so I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like, I might be looking at getting a facelift, or, you know, doing different things so I feel better when I look in the mirror. And for others, it's like, no, just everything I did makes me look like, and people don't believe me. They think that I'm, because I'm hearing for somebody, it's like being surprised about how people are expressing interest in you, you know, and it's like little things like creeping up, crawling up out of the woodwork. And I'm hearing even little people being like, oh, you know, you went and had a surgery or something. And you're like, no, I just changed these things, and this is what I was doing, and I'm doing this natural medicinal stuff, and like there's this root and there's this tonic. And I'm hearing some of y'all just like threw the racket at it. I'm hearing about somebody's like $40,000 well spent, and I was like, nothing but like nutritional things. I'm hearing advanced chelations and like stuff that you did to put yourself through a nice healing regimen. And it's like, it's just been like the magic keys is what I'm hearing. Your magic keys. And so for some of you all, it's like in the process of this, you've been manifesting something that's gotten close to you. And I'm hearing it's like, you might have a weird thing with like a partner that you didn't even realize is sort of like your partner, because you've grown together, but you're kind of like distant at the same time. It's like you're both kind of doing the same things, but it's like you might be on other sides of the moon, is what I'm hearing. The other side of the trees, or like the other side of the plant, or the planet. But they're showing me that, and I'm hearing it's like 17-hour flight. Like it might be like a 17-hour flight, and why somebody might be planning to travel by night. Let's see what else we're seeing here. That can't be for everybody, but I'm definitely getting a good indication on that for some of you all. And it's romantic. It's really romantic. All right, so this is actually the card that I pulled for your romance sector. This is the Tarot of Sexual Magic, so let's see what shows up. These can be a little graphic sometimes. Oh my. So we've got the Eight of Chalices, aka the Eight of Cups. And I don't know, this is somebody, I'm hearing she might be playing coy. She, he, they, other, but if I was looking at this way, I would say he's reaching for her and she's kind of like, I don't know. But I'm hearing for some of you all, that might be like part of what this delay is for. Now, you're gonna know if this is you or not, because I'm here for some of you all, this is like your game. And that I'm calling you out, you know if this is you, girl. Where it's like, oh no, I don't want you, I don't want you. And now it's like, no, I want you. And so it's like, the way you do that. And I'm hearing for some of you all, it might have been like to protect yourself, especially if there's like, I'm hearing if there's like an 8-hour time difference, because they're showing me the 8 here, and I'm hearing it might be like why you're like hung up on the clock with somebody, and it's like, I just wait to see him log in, is what I'm hearing. It's like something about like when his login key goes up or something, is what I'm hearing, that somebody can see when the light goes on. And then it's like, sometimes you just like, looking at the clock, and that's what the 12 is here with the hangman. It's like, where is he? Is he hanging out? You know? And I'm seeing somebody else. It's like, somebody else here. And this could be for some of you all too, especially if it's like, I'm hearing for somebody. I'm sorry if your relationship's kind of sucking right now, because I'm hearing for some of you all too. It's like, for some of you all, it was like looking at this mask and being like, is this relationship even worth it? Are you even real in there? And it just feeling like somebody might have defaced themselves in front of you, and that might be like emotionally like something you've been coming to terms with and what you've been waiting on. Because some of you all have been waiting to make a decision about that. And I'm like hearing that might be what this little ankh is that's hanging out up here. It's like for somebody, it's like, I'm ready to hang up this relationship. I'm just ready to hang it up. And that it's like, you might have a partner or somebody coming back to you, especially if there was like drinking, is what I'm hearing. If they had a drinking problem, or like how they were doing things, like especially if they're being like verbally abusive before, just like up and down. Because I'm seeing it's like just being like, I can't deal with you, you know, or I won't deal with you now. And that some of you all might have been delaying making a decision about that, but now it's like, if the person's defaced themselves enough, it's like you're done waiting. And let me just encourage you, that based on the energies right now, just like I was explaining at the beginning of the reading, this fortnight right now, this first part of October, being in the first 2 weeks after the new moon, are like some of the best times to actually take initiatives of different kinds. If you've been thinking about it, they're well-supported energies right now to actually have assistance from like the cosmic energy to make sure that things go in your direction. Okay, so hopefully I'm saying that okay for you. The other thing, though, I'm hearing for some of you on, you're just gonna know if this is you, if this is like you kind of being a little player. But maybe not like so much of a player, but you know if you're a little bit of a player, Libra. And I'm not calling you out, you know. I'm just saying, I'm seeing like some of you all that it's like saving face. I'm hearing if the person lives like far away from you, that it's like maybe you've been like saving face, where it's kind of like not acting too interested, and maybe that's how you've been for a little while. And I'm hearing it could be like 8 months you've known them too, but I'm hearing especially if it's like maybe you haven't met because it's more like an 8-hour time difference or something. It's like, or 12 hours, or like a 17-hour flight to somewhere. It's like a long distance, and so you've kind of been like coy. But I'm hearing it's like you might be at that point now where the communication's good. It's kind of like you have this secret friend, and you know, you kind of correspond with each other. It's like you can kind of hear them. I'm hearing some of you have like a really good telepathic communication with this person, especially if they're like very Scorpio. Because I keep hearing Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio for this one here, because it's the 8 of Cups there, and with the moon here, I'm hearing they might have a lot of Scorpio influence. And if that's the case, it's like I'm hearing they're just like super spiritual, and that they're actually really kind of grounded in a way that's surprising for how they are with you. Like it surprises you somehow. And I'm hearing it's like, I don't want to be coy with this person, but it's like I can't show you that I'm interested like this, and you're nowhere near me, and not wanting to hang yourself out like that. But I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like something's changing, and if you have the opportunity to travel or have them travel to meet you, I hear it's going to go great. And it's like a really special kind of first kiss that nobody gets to see, and you're going to be happy that you didn't see these two kissing on the card and that you just saw them like reaching in to smell like the rose or whatever here, because it's like it's something special just for you. And I'm hearing for some of you it's just like waiting till that moment. It's like I just keep hearing pleasure delayer. So you might like this stone for that. This is one of the best stones for grounding energies, I tell you. It's from Madagascar. This is a rough piece of indigo gabbro, and this is probably my favorite one too. This is like my favorite formation one. I carry it around often. All right, baby. My little girl's barking. But this is a very good stone for like Reiki, grounding, and balance. And settle down, babe. It might be a good stone for you to have, especially if you've been trying to ground your energies around somebody or through a situation. I would highly recommend a piece of indigo gabbro. Okay, let's see if I can get you an advice card here with the Queen of the Moon Oracle deck. Libra. Resistance. Okay. Well, that kind of makes sense. You know, some of you all have been resisting doing something for one reason or another, but I'm hearing she got her hand on that green baby. That's number 25 there. That one says Waning Crescent too. And what beautiful hands she has. Girl. I hear this last quarter is for you know who. I just heard it. I don't know what it means. Somebody just, their guide said that to me. So, alright. So this definitely looks like some resistance here too. Somebody's resisting somebody in this picture. You can see that. And I'm actually going to grab the book on this. I just got this deck and I'm curious what Miss Stacy DeMarco wanted us to know about this oracle card. So we're going to look up number 25 together, and I'm going to read that to you, Libra. So we get... Alright, not to brag, but I'm really living this card in this book. The book is so nice. It's got these, like... It's got gold ink in there, and, like, the pictures are actually in color, and it's, like... It's just really nice. Highly recommend this deck. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and read this to you. 25. Waning Crescent 2, Libra. Resistance. Familiarize yourself with how resistance manifests for you. The overt and the covert. If you continue to have doors slammed in your face, turn around. There will normally be an open door. Procrastination is just another kind of fear. Move forward with confidence and persistence. I flow through resistance, and I am in control. There are two kinds of resistance. The first type we encounter when we keep getting obstacles placed in our way, or our way is blocked. For example, we try to get a particular job in a particular field, but no matter what we do, it doesn't happen. This is external or overt resistance. Covert resistance, which occurs when we say we really want to do or complete something, but feel resistance not to, is somewhat sneakier. All forms of procrastination fit in here. Writer's block being a classic example. When we want to do something, but get distracted and don't do it, or we just can't seem to engage our will enough, that is covert resistance. When we want to get rid of a bad habit, an addiction, an old pattern, in fact, anything we are thinking of releasing for the dark moon and feel resistance in doing so, we have a big dose of covert resistance. We must battle the second kind of resistance like we would battle a crafty and terrible enemy. We must raise our shields and sharpen our swords and have a strategy to remove the resistance. In fact, we must flow through it. It's a battle we might have to fight more than once, but we will be resilient and vigilant, and fight it we will. For when we win, and we will win, the rewards are great. Why do we resist the things we say we want? Sometimes we don't really want those things. Most times, though, we are frightened about what might happen if we do get what we've asked for. What will people think? Will we lose our friends and family if we rise? Will it be all for nothing if we try and fail? But we must be willful, and we must have courage. We must repeat to ourselves, this is what I really want for me. Yes, I am worth it. And then we stand up straight, put on our crown of sovereignty of our own lives, and go to battle. So there's a companion stone that is recommended by this book too, and that's red jasper. And that might be something that some of you all are interested in at this time. But I'm hearing it's just time to know that you're supported with everything that you need to be successful in whatever direction you've chosen right now, Libra. So don't hang yourself up too long, because the moon and the hanged man, again, both major arcana, so if you've ruminated long enough, putting those energies to work, it might actually not feel as drastic, because it's like yin cycle energy. The hangman and the moon are very passive, but it's like everything is there, so you can kind of just change your idea about how you want to move yourself forward and just let yourself flow. It's kind of like if you've had a whole lot of pressure behind something and, you know, something snaps, all of the pressure is just going to go for the release. And so you get to be in control of how that happens, but you're definitely being urged to do something. So I hope that's helpful, Libra. I'm feeling good about it for you. And let me go ahead and just get a couple of clarifiers for you too. Let's spoil you a little bit. We've got Vera Sibila here, and I'm hearing for some of you all, what do we need to know about this? They're showing me this, you know, this 8 of chalices here. I'll get you another up close. This person that's resisting the other. And let's see what our chatty Sibilas might give us for that. What do we know about this? Libra babies need to know about this 8 of chalices. Alright. So we've got a Malto. That's somebody in bed looking ill for some reason. I'm hearing depressed. Oh, there's a message. That's something that comes to the door. Literally. Sometimes this is like a personally delivered message. And Donna Maritata. Wow, I'm hearing for somebody that's actually, it's some kind of weird marriage proposal. I'm hearing it might be kind of weird though, that it's just like, it might be surprising. I'm hearing for somebody else though, it's like a visit from somebody. You might be, maybe you're married already, or maybe you were married before, or you have children from another relationship, or this other person does, but I'm hearing it's like, especially if you've been away from each other for a while, it's like, and it's been like a depressive sort of situation. I'm hearing it's like whatever they were going through, you didn't know about it, and that might have been whatever the resistance is, but you're going to hear something personal, and I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like what you needed to know to just either get closure about it because of seeing how they show up, and this is like somebody married with the children here, but I'm hearing for somebody else, it's like this is how they show up. It's like this is how you move into the house. It's like I needed to hear from you, and here we are. And so I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like it breaks down all of the resistance, however this shows up. So it might be surprising for some of you all. And I will just say here too, you have 2 12s here. So the Hanged Man here is a 12. And so is La Donna Maritata. But I'm hearing this is like how it comes together. And so somebody might be traveling a great distance. And I'm hearing if they do, it's like they're going to show up, they're going to be there with the kids, and that's all she wrote, is basically what I'm hearing. All right, I'll get you one more card too, just in case this is helpful for some of you all, because I can't be for all of you all. I've got the astrology cards here, and hearing, I'll just pick one here, and that one. So you could be dealing with a Gemini, that's what I'm hearing. So that's number 15, and that says, I think. All right, well, you might also want to stick around and check out my Gemini reading, because those will be coming up next here too, Libra. Hopefully this is helpful. Wishing you the happiest in your new year, your new cycle, and let me know what you think. I love your comments. I read them all, and definitely appreciate your thumbs ups and the subscriptions. Hit me up if I can do a personal reading for you. Take care, and bye for now.
Promise that you'll catch me.